we sing about this time of year, peace on earth, and we might not be able to accomplish that grand global goal, but we can improve the peace we feel in our everyday families, in our homes, in our everyday lives. My first guest says peace takes practice and also everyday effort. Studio 5 contributor Connie Sokol has 3 simple sort of mental exercises that will help you put more peace into your day. Connie, it's so good to see you.
Thank you.
So as I was thinking about this topic, peace in the everyday, I started to wonder, is this about the need to create peace or the need to recognize those pockets of peace moments that we have in the day?
That's a good question. I really think it's about consciously creating it. Like on the way here, there's traffic jam, and I know I've got to get here on time, and I'm like, you know, I'm going to feel that peace. I'm just going to choose peace.
Yes.
It really is a conscious energy and thought to create it, and I think that's part of the package.
You say the first step in welcoming more peace into our lives, which we want to do this season, but we want to do every day of the year, I feel like, is to choose it consciously, like you talked about, and to make it that effort.
Yes, and to realize that in the very moment you don't have it. I call it the Kung Fu Panda principle, when Master What's-His-Toes anyway, Poe's eating the cookies and he's going, inner peace, inner peace, inner peace. You know, that's how you feel as a mom at the holidays. You're like, inner peace, I want to hold on to it. But it's more of being able to value it. And I think when we value it, then we'll make time for it. And the benefits of peace are out of control. I want to read just a couple because they are crazy. Freedom from stress, anxieties, and worries. A sense of inner happiness, sense of inner strength and power, more patience, tolerance, and tact. Freedom from stress, anxieties, and worries. I mean, oh my goodness.
Sign me up for that.
I want that.
Yes.
I want each and every one of those. So to me, it's creating a place and a space for peace where you say, I'm going to consciously choose in my day, what 5 minutes can I do for peace? And then keep that promise to yourself.
You say there's one emotion, one feeling that can chase away peace faster than anything else, and that's offense, being offended.
Yes, and I think it is the beautiful thing about this is that it's a choice. We can choose to be or not to be offended. And I think people like me throughout the day, we're offending 100 times a day without even realizing it. It's just lack of awareness or lack of propriety. And so what a wonderful thing when we can choose to just step back and not be offended. And there's several ways we can do that.
Dr. Liz Hill was on the show last week, and she said there was one thing she was convinced would change the world from the inside out, and that was if we approached everybody with kind of that blank slate. Like, she didn't mean to say that, she didn't mean to hurt my feelings, and give them the benefit of the doubt.
I love that. That is a great way to do it. There's some other great ones too. There's one that's from martial arts. It's called Aikido, and it's talking about using that opponent's energy to just let it pass, so like an anti-Gandalf, where you let it pass. You just don't even take it. You don't pick it up. Another one is to look for the lesson. You know, sometimes when we feel offended, it's because it's hit a nugget of truth. The approach, okay, wasn't that great, but maybe there's something we need to look at, and it's a wake-up call that we wouldn't have otherwise seen. So there's lots of different ways to look at it. One favorite of mine is to give it as a gift. And of course, it's just for me, but I look at the person, and inside I can say, I can give it a gift that I'm not going to be offended that you just ripped on my peach pie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can just give it as a gift and move on.
Give it to that person, give it to you, give it to who?
Give it as a gift. Say, I just choose not to be offended, and I'm going to give you that gift and give that to myself and to everybody else here in this room that won't have to partake of that. We're just going to move forward.
I like it. We talked about carving out those pockets of peace in your day. How do you do that, Connie, as a busy mom on the go?
You know, one of the things that I love is you can do it in your car. You can do it. My sanctuary is the bathroom, you know, but it's a place where you say, I'm just going to take these 3 minutes. I love during the season to do it under the Christmas tree or next to it, where there's the twinkle lights, and I can write in my journal, or I can think of a happy thought or go through the day. It's one of those places, if you can choose, you can set a rhythm. And when you set a rhythm, you'll make it happen. So find that rhythm and then keep the promise.
And how do you make the most of those fleeting minutes, right? Because every busy mom knows sometimes those days don't allow for an hour at yoga, right? Or even 30 minutes alone with a carton of ice cream. So how do you make sometimes on those crazy days just the 2, 3, 4, 5 minute little pockets of peace really matter?
Yeah, it's really about the conscious choosing. It's saying, right now, I am going to take this time out and I'm going to go and do this instead of, well, I've got to hurry this and I got to hurry that. It's really being aware that these frayed nerves, the benefits of peace can be such a small thing, like ingratitude, not ingratitude, but living in a spirit of gratitude. This is so huge. And I almost didn't put this on because we just came through November, but that's kind of the problem sometimes, is that we go, okay, good, we were grateful. Now let's get on to Merry Christmas and shopping and gift giving. And it's wonderful, but we forget that that practice of gratitude is going to give us everything we need. I was reading one article that had 31 specific benefits of gratitude. They are out of control. Just that 5-minute journal, the stats are incredible. The very things we're looking for, that fulfillment, that peace, that that, really feeling at the end of the day, I really did and felt what mattered. That's what happens when we feel peace, and especially gratitude. So looking at life through a lens of gratitude, not just a cute little thing, but really saying, with a difficult person or situation or whatever, I'm going to find what I'm grateful for in this moment. Man, it shifts things.
Are you still pretty religious about the gratitude journal?
I am. In fact, I just wrote in it last night and I was exhausted. But I know the benefits, and so it motivates me to write down, and without fail, I'll remember moments or feelings, and that's the beautiful thing. It reminds you of that feeling you had that you forgot. And it's like reliving this good little thing. Your serotonin goes and all of this great stuff. So it really is a powerful, these simple practices are super powerful.
I had a girlfriend tell me she was looking to boost the gratitude factor in her life, right? And she had done the gratitude journal thing at the end of the night, but she wanted to kind of boost that effect in her own life, so she started to use her smartphone on the go to jot things in the moment. So, you know what I mean? When she's at the doctor's office and she has a second to, you know, bang out a couple of gratitude phrases, she would do it.
It's perfect. There's an iPad app you can use right there. If you're more digital minded, do it in a way that works for you. If you're more visual, just lay there before you go to bed and just picture the pictures in your mind of the day, of the things, your child smiling, the daughter that made cookies for you. Just picture those pictures in your mind, and you don't have to write them down. Your soul feels that gratitude.
So we're chasing away the offense, choosing not to be offended. We're carving out time for peace. We're trying to live in that gratitude. The result of all of those things is what, Connie?
Peace, joy, happiness. It gives me goosebumps. That's exactly what we want from this season. And these, I just have to hit myself over the head with this, because they are the simplest practices, but 5 minutes each. 5 minutes each, and it shifts how we respond to people and how they respond to us. It is a beautiful, magical thing.
Well, such a good reminder for all of us. Thank you so much. You have a Christian-based read that will help people learn more about peace in their life this time of year.
Yes, it's non-denominational. It's Traits on the Savior, and from the perspective of a woman, wife, and mother. I have a 3 for $25 bundle today only. You get a free book in it, and it's great. You can read it in your family daily leading up to Christmas, or give it as gifts. It's just a great way to keep the Savior focus in the center of your celebration.
Fantastic. Connie, thank you. Merry Christmas. Well, still ahead on Studio 5, we kiss and tell, the lip gloss trick that will instantly make your lips look fuller. And call it a mudroom drip station, the cute way to contain wet shoes and boots. That's coming up on Studio 5.